Greetings, loyal minions. Welcome back to the SciShow, the #1 ranked YouTube channel for people who have special weird names for their private parts. That's right, if that's you, I appreciate you. And if you're wondering, I call mine the Evil Noodle. That's also a shout out to Evil Noodle, the most feared or one of the most feared chatters on the chatting scene. Probably be a little bit less feared now that people will be thinking of my genitals when they see him chat. Moving on. We are here to have a look at the new glass heroes out in the costume chamber today. We know the glass we know the glass costumes have been released with Viv and Richard. Dicky Boy, the previous ones that came out. Freitag, he's got to be like the weirdest, creepiest looking dude in the game. Like, every version just looks... I wouldn't trust him around my kids. Anyway, moving on, we have Obakan and Elkanen, by the look of it, plus a 4-star Cademan. Any new 3-stars on the horizon? Doesn't appear to be. Oh, there's too many to look through. Let's have a look at Obakan. Obakan has been quite a good hero over the years. I did like his second costume, I think it was. I didn't care much for the Toon costume as it only has the reflect on one. Obviously it had all the... Oh, someone's tracking how many times I say obviously, so now it's twice. I expect timestamps. Yes, had all the advantages of the Toon, but with the resist, etc. But I never went that much on it, as it was only a single reflect. Anyway, we have a barbarian class. We have that family bonus of 2, 3, 4, 5 heroes of attack, defense, and healing. So just getting a little boost there. They get a huge stat boost anyway with the costume bonus. We can see there 65, 65, 70, and 5% bonus. Absolutely huge. Let's see what he's got going for him. We know the passive, 60% chance to reflect status ailments back to the attacker as opposed to the Toon, wherever the Toon has gone, which had the 75% chance to resist. So I've mentioned this before with the glass heroes. I think it's a personal choice as to whether they're better than the Toons, depending on what the ailment is. I personally, again, depending on the ailment, someone like a Bernadette, as an example, I think I'd possibly be taking the 75% chance to resist as opposed to the reflect of glass, but it depends on who you're facing, and it only goes back to the attacker. So I feel if you've got 5 glass, you're only reflecting it back to Bernadette, and you've got a slightly less chance. So anyway, those stats, we can see they're huge. Max power, he already gets the counter attack, which is great. Just humongous. I'm not sure what's going on there with his health and defense. I'm presuming that's a bug. Otherwise, we're looking at a very poor hero there. Yes, I didn't notice that to start with, but that is... I was going to say maybe it doesn't take the costume bonus in, but the other ones do. So that'll be interesting if anyone actually pulls this guy and the stats. Anyway, I'd say it's just a bug. Let me know if you've pulled him already. Yep, counter attack. We have the barbarian talent, which is... Once it's maxed out, it's just a chance to activate the damage for the bleed, and you also get 30% attack for 3 turns, so pretty good. We know what these heroes are all about. Let's have a look at the special to see what changes we've got. Looks very similar to the Toon. So slightly higher damage, deals 400% damage to the target, minor to nearby enemies, and the caster counterattacks with 120% of the damage received for 4 turns. So, similar theme to the previous glass heroes. Very, very, very similar special. In this case, it's just a slightly bigger counterattack, but doesn't deal any extra damage against Holy. So again, a small stat increase, which is fantastic, but I'm not sure there's a huge advantage of using it over the toon. The extra holy thing, it's always something I take, the extra damage against holy, always something I take into consideration. You think if this, you know, either he's in a team with another purple tank, or if he's the tank himself, it always just makes it a little bit more of a risk to take the yellow heroes, but we don't have that. We have the reflect. Yeah, much of a muchness. I don't understand why they called it glass as opposed to mirror. It just makes absolutely zero sense. They have the chance to reflect. Call it a bloody mirror. That's what happens when you get AI. No, I won't keep banging on about the AI stuff. But yes, not sure with that power. That's just, yeah, not sure what's going on there. Let's have a look if Elkanen, I think, did I cover everything? Let me know. Let me know if you want more information. These things are great. You can pair this with anything that's going to be, you know, dropping damage, another damage dealer, fast speed. So if you're making a fast attack team, yeah, he's obviously got quite a big hit. I can't tell you exactly how big because his attack is not showing overly correctly, but the toon version had, we can see there, they've all got sort of 1700. So it's quite a big attack. Even without the max power, we're looking at 1200. But yep, nice little change, gives you the variation. So if you've already got the toon, I personally wouldn't be trying to chase these glass heroes. If you don't have the toon already, then it's a great place to do summons, even if you get into 3 and 4 stars. So there we go, on to Elkanen. Elkanen, we can see, does appear to have the correct stats. So cleric class, generally I think they've all been the same as a toon. So just a quick comparison here, 410 damage. So we're doing slightly more damage, and we're healing the caster for 37% of the damage dealt. I never found Elkanen, again, it's dropping off the deals extra damage against ice. Never found Elkanen to be one of the better toons. It's just, and obviously now glass. Yeah, it's just, it damages one, very small damage to the nearby, and then heals the caster for a little bit. So can be handy. The toons obviously are great on defense just because they resist everything. And now you obviously have that choice to use the glass if you get it to reflect it back. I will just throw the max power on. Special boost is the skill, same as the toon. And we have the mana shield. So good chance to resist direct mana reductions. And if you do, recover 10% health. So more survivability there. But yeah, there, as I said, slight upgrades, gives you the flexibility, but I definitely wouldn't be trying to get them if you don't have the toons. Sorry, if you already have the toons, I wouldn't be. Yeah, I mean, if you need others, great. I'll have a quick look at Caben while we're here. He's an extremely good 4-star. I might actually do some summons as well, so stick around. I'll have a quick look at Caben and I'll use my keys that I've got there. So we know the druids are quite handy with the little minion, which is handy. I think I just said handy a lot as well. But yeah, got a 20% chance to activate once it's fully done the Thorn minion with 30% health, so they are quite beefy. I love using druids in 4-star tournaments, especially the bloody battles, where they can spawn that minion and just become an absolute pain in the butt to kill. Yeah, so he has a special boost there. We'll throw the special skill. I don't care if he looks black, someone can complain if it bothers you. Dealing 360% damage to the target, and all enemies get minus 34% attack. Oh, that's slightly different. All enemies get minus 34% attack for 3 turns, dispels buffs from all enemies. So yeah, we're generally dispelling the buffs. The attack is something new. I think his second version of the costume was the one that blocked buffs as well, so that was always handy. Yeah, I like the way the 4-stars still have the same % chance of resisting. Yeah, so again, it's going to be a slight upgrade, but different scenarios as to whether you use the glass or the his stats are a little bit bugged as well. So I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, sorry, I was just going to say it's, yeah, just scenario based as to whether you're going to take the toon or the glass, whether you want to resist or reflect. And in this case, you do get the minus attack, but you don't get the extra damage against ice. So there we have it. Let's do some pulls. What do you think? Yeah, let's do some. I've rarely ever actually pulled heroes from this portal. I started the game, I think, during season 2, and I just never really got many of the season 1 heroes. So because I never had them, I've just never sort of gone out of my way to pull. You always use the free pulls in this portal, but not anything extra generally. Let me know if you want to see me do some pulls. I try to do what I'm told. Also keep an eye out if you do watch regularly for an upcoming video with a special guest star, quite big guest star. You're probably already aware of this person, but it's going to be a fun time. So keep an eye out for that, hopefully later this week. But hopefully I can get something good in my last 2 summons. Well, we got a Cademan, that's at least something new. So I'll be able to upgrade him and get his costume leveled. And lucky last. Nothing exciting, no 5 stars. Thanks for watching. As always, if you do enjoy what I'm putting out, I get sick of myself saying this, so just bloody do it. Gently press that subscribe button. Trying to get to 1,000 before the end of February, so jump on board and I will love you all forever. I appreciate you all anyway, but I'll just appreciate you a tiny bit more. Give your kitty a scritch for me. Have a good one.